So what do you advise agency leaders do when they say to you that they want to grow their accounts? What are your sort of go-to pieces of advice for them?
The single thing that I think is most important there is to keep simulating the first year you worked for the client. So presumably when you land a client, they were already working with somebody else. If they weren't, then they probably are not a good client. In other words, you're not the first agency they're working with. That's a sign of a client that's a good fit. And they came to you because something about the previous firm was stale. They weren't reinventing things. They were just doing the minimum, whatever those things were. And you impressed them out of the gate, and you were a little bit surprised you landed it. And now you're doing everything you can to fill those expectations that they have. But then you slide into the same thing where you have that the other previous agency did, and you have new clients coming along all the time, and you kind of forget these, and you don't every year say, all right, let's not just modify last year's plan. Let's instead look at what would we do completely differently if we inherited this plan from another agency? What could we do differently? And I think that's the biggest thing you can do to grow accounts and to keep them. The goal isn't to keep them forever. The goal is to keep them for the right amount of time. And that could be for 2 years or 5 years. Seldom is it longer than that. And the key to that is there are a lot of things out of your control, obviously, but the key to that is to treat it like it's a new year every year. And this is a client we're still really trying hard to impress.